Good day, students. Welcome to JSS 2 English Language, Term 3, Week 1. Today we study one of the most important essay types in Nigerian examinations, the expository essay. The word expose means to reveal, explain, or make clear. An expository essay does exactly that. It explains a topic, process, concept, or situation in a clear, logical, and factual way. Unlike an argumentative essay, the expository essay does not try to persuade you to a particular opinion. It presents information and lets you draw your own conclusions. This type of essay is common in BECE and WAEC, where topics include how electricity is generated, the process of making a traditional Nigerian dish, how the human body fights disease, explain the causes of poverty in Nigeria. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to define an expository essay and distinguish it from other essay types, describe the structure of an expository essay, identify expository writing techniques, and write a well-organized expository essay of 200 to 300 words. Let us explain clearly. An expository essay is a piece of writing that explains, informs, describes, or clarifies a topic for the reader. It is based on facts, not opinions. The writer is like a teacher or a guide, sharing knowledge with the reader in an organized, clear way. Types of expository writing: process explanation explains how something is done, step by step. Example: explain how to prepare jollof rice. Cause and effect explains why something happened and what resulted. Example: discuss the causes and effects of deforestation in Nigeria. Comparison and contrast shows how two things are alike and different. Example: compare secondary education in urban and rural Nigeria. Classification organizes things into categories. Example: classify the types of pollution and their effects. Definition and explanation defines a concept and explains it in depth. Example: explain what democracy means and how it works in Nigeria. All types share common features: factual content, logical organization, clear language, objective tone, no personal emotions, and specific examples to support general statements. The structure of an expository essay. A well-written expository essay has three clearly defined sections: introduction, body, and conclusion. This is the same 5-paragraph essay structure used in argumentative essays, but the content and tone are different. Section 1. Introduction, 1 paragraph. Purpose: to introduce the topic and state the essay's focus clearly. The introduction must contain a hook, an interesting opening sentence that draws the reader in, background information, 1 or 2 sentences of context that help the reader understand the topic, a thesis statement, 1 clear sentence that states exactly what the essay will explain or describe. The thesis in an expository essay does not argue a position, it announces the scope. For example, instead of poverty must be eliminated in Nigeria, argumentative, you might write, this essay will examine the major causes of poverty in Nigeria and their impact on the lives of ordinary citizens. Hook techniques: a surprising statistic, over 40% of Nigerians live below the poverty line. A rhetorical question: have you ever wondered how electricity reaches your home from a power station hundreds of kilometers away? A vivid description: every day at sunset, the sky above Lagos turns red and gold, a visual reminder of the pollution hanging over the city. Section 2. Body paragraphs, 2 to 3 paragraphs. Each body paragraph must explain one main point or one stage of the process. Every paragraph must follow the TIL structure: topic sentence, states the main point of that paragraph, explanation, expounds on the topic sentence, evidence or example, provides a specific, factual example to support the point, link, connects back to the thesis and/or transitions to the next paragraph. Example body paragraph for the topic: explain how hydroelectric power is generated in Nigeria. Topic sentence: the process begins at a dam built across a large river such as the River Niger at Kainji. Explanation: the dam creates a large reservoir of stored water. This water is released in a controlled flow through channels called penstocks, which lead to turbines at the base of the dam. Evidence: at the Kainji Dam, Water from the Kanji Reservoir drives turbines that power generators producing up to 760 megawatts of electricity. Link. After the turbines convert the water's kinetic energy to mechanical energy, the next stage of the process, generating electricity, takes place. Transition words between paragraphs: first, next, then, following this, at this stage, subsequently, in addition, as a result, finally. Section 3, Conclusion, 1 paragraph. Purpose: to bring the essay to a satisfying close by summarizing the key points and reinforcing the significance of the topic. The conclusion must briefly restate the thesis, in different words, summarize the main points explained in the body, end with a closing thought, a broader implication, a recommendation, or a call for reflection. Avoid introducing new information in the conclusion. Expository writing techniques. Technique 1. Use specific evidence. Do not say many Nigerians suffer from poverty. Instead say, according to the National Bureau of Statistics, about 83 million Nigerians, approximately 40% of the population, live below the poverty line of 137,430 Nigerian nairas per year. Technique 2. Use precise, formal language. Expository essays should use formal vocabulary. Avoid slang, contractions, don't, do not, and emotional language. Technique 3. Use signal words for text structure. For process essays, first, second, then, finally. For cause-effect, because, therefore, as a result, consequently. For comparison, similarly, however, in contrast, on the other hand. Technique 4. Use a consistent third-person or impersonal voice. Avoid I think or in my opinion, use this shows that or it is evident that instead. Let us write a brief expository essay on, explain the causes of poor academic performance among Nigerian secondary school students. Introduction. Academic performance in Nigerian secondary schools has been a subject of concern for educators, parents, and policymakers for decades. Despite improvements in school enrollment, examination pass rates remain inconsistent across different regions and social groups. This essay examines 3 major causes of poor academic performance: inadequate school infrastructure, home environment challenges, and poor teaching quality. Body paragraph 1. Infrastructure. One significant cause of poor academic performance is the lack of adequate school facilities. Many government secondary schools in Nigeria lack functioning laboratories, sufficient textbooks, and reliable electricity. Without these resources, students are unable to conduct experiments or access quality learning materials, which particularly harms performance in the sciences and technical subjects. A UNESCO report noted that over 60% of public schools in sub-Saharan Africa lack basic sanitation and water facilities, creating conditions that discourage regular attendance. Note the structure, topic, sentence, explanation, specific evidence linked to main thesis. For expository essay errors. Mistake 1. Arguing instead of explaining, using phrases like I strongly believe or the government must turns your expository essay into an argument. Stay factual and neutral. Mistake 2. Vague generalizations without evidence. Many things cause poverty tells the reader nothing. Name specific causes with facts. Mistake 3. No topic sentence in body paragraphs. Each paragraph must begin with a clear statement of its main point. Mistake 4. Introducing new points in the conclusion. The conclusion summarizes and closes. It does not introduce the 4th or 5th cause you forgot to include in the body. Excellent work. An expository essay explains, informs, and clarifies. It is factual, not argumentative. Types: process, cause-effect, compare-contrast, classification, definition. Structure: introduction, hook plus background plus thesis, body paragraphs, till, topic sentence plus explanation plus evidence plus link, conclusion, restate thesis plus summarize plus closing thought. Key techniques: specific evidence, formal language, signal words, impersonal/third-person voice. Avoid arguing instead of explaining, vague generalizations, missing topic sentences, new points in conclusion. For homework, Write a 250-word expository essay on the topic. Explain the process by which a bill becomes law in Nigeria. Use at least 3 body paragraphs, one for each stage of the legislative process.